What's up, toy fans? Is that time again? That is Ben.
That's Mugsy, and this is Bugsy's Toy Box. So guys, another video from us. Sorry it's been a little while. We've had loads of stuff going on, loads of personal stuff, work and busyness, and well, I won't bore you with all of that. But we're back.
Waffle.
We've got a video. I'm not waffling, shut up. I got the chance to go to Sandown Toy Show, what was it, a couple of weeks ago now.
Stop rubbing in.
Somebody had to work. He had the whole rest of the week off the day after, but for some reason didn't book that Saturday.
I'm not allowed Saturdays off.
Well, you missed out. I had a good time. I took my brother with me. We took a bit of footage and some photos. I'll tell you what, I'll chuck them in now. So as you see, guys, just a little bit of video, a couple of pictures that my brother, the expert filmer, did for us. We got to see some of the usual faces. So we saw Andy from Andy Toys and Models, Aaron from Empire Toys, Vic, Fistful of Collectibles, Rob from Robbo Toys, Tom at Pizarro's Pieces, who wasn't stalling out, but he was helping Vic, Rob from Tats and Toys. I bumped into a couple of people. To be fair, I bumped into loads of people. So if I haven't mentioned you, it's not because I've forgotten.
Vintage Toy Collector?
Toy Scavenger.
Toy Scavenger.
Yeah, loads of people. We did some trades with some people, so thank you to everybody we did trades with. We bought a few bits. I dropped off a few bits that people had picked up off us. There wasn't as many sort of like action figure toy people as usual. It was a lot more trains, which is fine if you're into trains. But wasn't sort of for us. So I mean, as we were buying, I sort of had a quick wander around and did it relatively quickly because there wasn't as much as we wanted to see. But still picked up some awesome stuff. So I'm going to start and I'm going to show you some bits and pieces I got. I will start with, I picked off from Aaron at Empire Toys 1138 a vintage sewer. I think it's the sewer dragster. Now I always said I wasn't picking up vehicles, but he did this for me at a really good price. It's really, really cool. It's another thing that I've probably been bullied into collecting from Mugsy because he's making faces at me like that. No, but no, they are really cool, and it means I can set them up with some of the figures when I've got my glass cases and cabinets, which I know some people like, some people don't. But I'm going to look sick. I like them. Yeah, so
it's gonna look so good.
It's got all the with the shadows going to play properly. All the decals on the side of the spoilers. Pizza power, eat pepperoni or die.
Aggressive.
Like all the guns and bits and pieces. So yeah, this is awesome. I think it's missing the belt that goes round the seat, but awesome nonetheless.
It just stops getting to be a holier than thou collector. Oh no,
yeah.
I won't pick up that. I won't get sucked into that.
It was more for the
hole.
space than anything else.
It's because you put all these piddly little shelves.
Yeah, I've got to get some new ones. Right, I also picked up from Andy, Andy's Toys and Models, a pizza tossing RAF, because I've decided I'm going to build a RAF army. So any versions of RAF that I come across, mainly vintage, because they're the cool ones, I'm going to start collecting. I've got a couple of accessories for him, actually, that my pizza tossing Don at work is currently holding. It sits under my computer screen. But to go along with him, also from Andy, I picked up Heavy Metal RAF. You know, you've probably seen from our previous videos, we had a carded one. I wasn't going to keep those at that point, but now I've got a loose one to go with it.
To be fair, if you're new to the channel, welcome, but you may not have seen that because that was near the very beginning. Actually, wasn't it? I think it was near the very beginning when we started.
Because the end of April, start of May, we would have been doing this a year.
Wow.
Yeah, hasn't time flown by?
We're going to have to do a year anniversary giveaway, I think.
Yeah. Ooh, that'd be cool, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Right, I'm going to keep going. I also picked up a couple of bits of Vic at Fistful Collectibles because we sort of bumped into him and he handed me this massive bag. I went, "Oh, you like green stuff? Here." So
that was a great impression, by the way.
I thought so. I also had a go at him because he hugged Andy goodbye and he didn't hug me, and he said we weren't quite at that point yet. So.
Ah, see.
Yeah. But I picked up some bits for my Triceraton figure. So I've got his blaster and his belt, which I don't think I've put on the right way around. I haven't put on the right way around because the other bits, they're meant to sit the other way around, but I just need his other blaster, and then he's complete.
Nice.
Lastly, I picked up a couple of bits from Rob at Robbo's Toys. I picked up an Arzon figure. I had all the accessories, so the helmet, the weapon, and the staff. If I can get the hologram.
Good hologram on that.
Yeah, it's really nice.
Nice.
The owl the other side. If I can make it work, it's going to be a pain, isn't it?
Yeah, it's okay.
Yeah, I had all the accessories, but now I've got the figure, so just need the chest plate for him. And I also picked up the whip for my Leoric figure, because I already had the staff, that's the one, helmet. The figure and the helmet, so I just need a chest plate for him. So I've got all the figures now, bar Recon, the elusive Recon, and I need a couple of chest plates and figures, a couple of chest plates and accessories, sorry, and then I've almost got a complete set, which is awesome.
You know, if you're happy to do the hunt, fair enough. You know, you possibly might come across something for a bargain, or getting a bundle of stuff, bits and pieces. Otherwise, there's nothing wrong with paying what it's worth.
Oh no, of course
eventually, he may have to bite the bullet and just pay the 40 quid or whatever it is for what Recon
for the Recon figure. But I've got the accessories,
which are so hard to get, especially in condition where he might stand up.
Yeah.
Or hasn't got a missing face.
Yeah, or like one burnt arm or something like that. But I've got the accessories. I've got his helmet and his jagged sword, which are the hardest pieces to come by out of most of the accessories for the Visionaries. So luckily I picked those up as part of a bundle.
Not believe the amount of our fellow collectors who are trying to pry them from his hands.
I've sort of spoken to people about doing
trades. I've got Recon, but I can't find the accessories. And he's like, well, I've got the accessories.
I'm like, I've got the accessories. And they're like, oh, would you take 40 quid for them? I'm like, no, because I'd kind of rather have the figure, and then I've got him in my collection. I'm one of these people that I don't have to have it now. I'm happy to take the time to hunt. That's half the fun of it, isn't it?
He's just lording it over all these other poor collectors who can't find the accessories.
But no, they're in amazing condition as well. I'm sort of half tempted to put the...
He's just rubbing it in now. Like, just rubbing it in. Yeah. Anyway, he's talked for a long time. I'm going to show you some bits and pieces. Now,
you could see him itching, can't you? Because he loves talking, and he's had to sit there and wait for me to go through everything.
Oh, it's terrible.
I'll tell you what, you have a go now.
Fantastic. I've got some bits for me. It's amazing. They're going to be great.
You'll love them.
I got a couple of mask bits. Now, I got this from Andreas, our Norwegian contact. Lovely guy. And we did little trades for some Star Wars. And he got me this mask figure. This is Jax LaFleur from the Split Second series. And he drives Detonator in this series. Now, I had the figure, did not have his mask that you can see.
It's a cool mask, isn't it?
It is really wicked. Now, this figure is in better condition than my figure anyway, so now I've got a spare one which I'll pass on to another fellow collector who may need it, because I already had his split-second clone. You can see there.
We were talking about these earlier, and I genuinely think I like the clones more, because I love the translucency of the casting.
So I'll take the masks off, so you can have a look at those.
Oh, careful!
Oh, they are stiff because they are rock solid. They're not quite a breaking point yet, but as any fellow mask collectors know, they can go a little bit hard. And these particular ones, haven't ever found a soft one. Not ever. So there they are, side by side, regular and clone. Let's do the other side, so you get to see those.
Don't break it.
No, I'm not going to break it, it's fine.
You won't know.
He says. So there they are. They're slightly offset, as you can see.
And the lightning bolts on the backs of their heads.
Yeah, and the other lightning bolts are on the tops. I don't know if you can see there. Obviously, it's clearer on this bad boy. Yeah. On the translucent one, it's not so easy to get a fix on it.
Not being kind to us today.
No, they are not. But the figures themselves, as well as, although the helmets are a little bit hard, the figures themselves are in awesome condition.
Minty goodness.
They are so mint. There's not even any rub on Miss LaFleur's hair on this side. And
I'm assuming he's French with a name like LaFleur.
Yes, yes. And there he is. So yeah, very happy with those. Still along the mask theme. As many of you collectors know of any sort of action figure, getting them to stand up properly can be a bit of a time-consuming issue, even if they got really tight limbs.
Yeah, all the Visionaries with their staffs, you'd think, oh, they'll stand up fine now. No.
off balanced.
No.
A little bit of knock of the shelf for whatever reason they might go fine. So I finally decided to research into a particular person who distributes stands. Managed to find one on Evil Bay. He seems to specialise mostly in Star Wars and bespoke Star Wars ones for the ships, but he also did mask ones randomly, so I thought I'd give him a go. He had good feedback and everything, so as you can see just here, I've got one of my Euro exclusive figures, Mr. Floyd Malloy, Euro exclusive colours, on one of the stands. Now, just in case you've got a dodgy leg or it's wider than certain others, it's just got the one pin, which is great. You can see just there.
They stand awesomely on these, aren't they?
And they are wicked. Yeah, if I can get my hand to hold steady enough. There we go. So I've bought 20 for now. I'm going to need some more.
Yeah, because you've got over 20 figures.
Yeah. I'll order some more, but I thought I'd give 20 a go just in case they're not brilliant and I might be able to repurpose them something
20
else.
was the smallest amount you could sort of buy. And it's not very expensive.
No, honestly, it's like $6.50 or something for these posted, which was, in my opinion, brilliant because it's about 30p per stand, which is, pennies is brilliant.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Very happy with that. The other thing I've picked up is something that is future-proofing my want for certain action figures when I get older than I am now. As many of you in the UK will know, B&M is like a budget store. They get certain exclusive things in toy-wise which we all help and tell each other about in the collector community and go check it out because they're reasonably priced.
We refer to it as the bum shop.
Yeah, the bum shop.
Eliza's mum does.
Yeah, B&M, the bum shop. But as many of you may be aware, they had a really good vintage-looking line of Stranger Things figures. Love this.
80s as anything.
80s as you like. The
show
TV show was so
cool.
80s. So yeah, I managed to pick up a full set of these. So that's the Demogorgon.
I think I binged because I was a bit late to the party because I was meant to watch it with my other half and she was like, yeah, we'll watch it. And then it got to Christmas and she was like, oh, do you know what? I'm not going to watch it. So I just binged everything in about 2 days.
I love this series.
And then was really sad when I was finished and I was like, there's nothing left. What else have I got to watch?
I love this. Absolutely love it. So there's Mike, leader of the gang.
What are you going to say? Leader of the Gorgonites then?
Leader of the Gorgonites. We hide. We have here
scum.
Lucas, just there. Now they've all got little accessories, which is awesome. They're very, very 80s.
They are. And to be fair,
Nice
the
card
likeness
backs on
for
them.
these is pretty good. Sometimes you find with the smaller ones that they sort of skimp on the detail and whatever. But they're pretty accurate to the characters. The cards are awesome.
I mean, they've got, what? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. They've got 9 points of articulation on these figures, which for little, like, 3 and 375 figures, the classic sized, from the 80s that they've done them in, they've done a really good job. So
You've sort of got those 6.
They're the main ones. There are 3 chase ones, which I haven't been able to find yet, but I am going to keep going back intermittently and trying to find them because
the close-faced Demogorgon,
11 with the blonde hair,
and Will upside down from the upside down.
Yeah, where he's all discoloured and not feeling very well.
Creepy.
So there's Dustin, Mr. Toothless himself.
Yeah, before he got his new set of dentures.
Yeah.
He comes with a tiny little can of food. You see that in the back, there. If I don't get too close and it focuses on properly.
Well, actually, boy, we've got the 11 with her shaved hair and her Eggos.
Eggos.
I love that. She comes with Eggos.
I'll put these down there so they don't.
And last but not least, we've got Will. Now, the brilliant thing, attention to detail that I love about this is that although there's a chase version, which is the upside down, you'll notice that even on the regular version of Will, the card is noticeably upside down with the colouring of the upside down in there. If we just get the normal one up, you can see the regular colouring there, the right way up, and the upside down colouring upside down on Will's one. And the best thing about these is that the B&M that we've got local to us, they don't put these on hooks. No. So all of them unpunched. Love that.
I think the 11 figure is the only one with a really, really shallow bubble. All the others are much bigger. Yeah. And I don't really understand why, because they could have put her thing behind. Oh, she's not wearing a backpack.
She's not wearing a backpack. That's why. It's all the boys wearing backpacks.
Yeah.
So there you go. That was my pickups of the week.
She's even got a tiny little nosebleed. You guys can see that.
Nice little attention to detail.
Yeah.
Love it. So that was our pickups recently.
Yeah.
We are going to be doing a couple more toy fairs.
What I will do is, while I was in Cornwall 2 weeks ago doing wedding planning, drop the W bomb, I dropped into Vintage 72. Now, it's a little toy shop down in Liskeard, down in Cornwall. Guys, and they were awesome. We've been chatting to them on Instagram for a while. I picked up some stuff from them at DevCon back, I think, in October last year.
Yes, it was.
And luckily, I had sort of 10-15 minutes spare while we were popping in to get some pasties, proper Cornish. Went and had a chat with them and had a quick tour of the shop. So here's a video of the inside. So guys, as you can see, a little shop, but they're all over Facebook. They do sort of weekly, they've got all sorts of stuff on there, loads of like My Little Ponies to action figures to Star Wars. I mean, you saw from the video, there's just a range of everything. Some G1 Transformers, die casts.
They've got more than displayed on the shop as well.
Oh,
They've got back stock, and you were going to say they do weekly sales as well.
Yes.
So on their Facebook page, they will go through and they'll say, we've got a sale starting at this time, and it will be a discounted price.
Yeah, they give you sort of 24 hours notice that the sale's coming in, and it's just a sort of first come, first served basis, especially on their Instagram. I mean, I'll stick links to both of those in the old boxeroonie below. But no, awesome to see them, awesome to find another shop to go to. Yeah,
it's great to see bricks and mortar vintage toy shops.
Get hands-on and physical.
Absolutely. Speaking of which, Vintage Toy Collector, as I believe his name... Vintage Toy Monster. Vintage Toy Monster. Our friend Ian, local to us, he's opening his shop called the Vintage Toy Monster very soon, we believe.
We're hoping.
So yeah, we're hoping. So we'll give a little tour of that when he lets us behind the doors once he's got everything set up and stocked.
Behind his brand new shiny shutter.
Yeah, brand new shiny shutter. We've seen it, mate. We know it's coming.
We're itching to get in. He knows we're
excited.
Itching as well.
He knows we're itching.
Every time we see him, we're like, Ian, when's the shop opening? When's the shop opening? He's like, oh, soon.
So yeah, go check him out on Instagram under the
give him a
Vintage Toy
follow
Monster.
and a like and stuff.
Yeah, like lovely guy, great collector. He's really got the heart of it, and it's a real passion for him.
He should have
you
some
can
awesome stuff in there when the shop's open. All the stuff we've seen him pick up and stuff he's been telling us that he's got ready to go in.
He's been sitting on stuff and hoarding ready for the shop opening, so it's going to be wicked. It's going to be so good. There's going to be a range of loads of different stuff for all walks of collector.
Yeah.
So yeah, go check out his Instagram and come down to Portsmouth.
Yeah.
Come see his shop when it opens. Honestly, it's going to be wicked.
Talking about social media, if you're not following us, why not? We're on Instagram, Bugsy's Toy Box.
Facebook, Bugsy's Toy Box.
Obviously, we're here on YouTube, so give us a like, give us a subscribe, hit the bell so you get notifications with us when we do videos, which are hopefully going to be a bit more regular rather than the last 2 weeks where we've been crazy busy.
If you liked our very first tour review of G1 Scorponok, stay tuned. We are doing plenty more.
Oh yeah, we've got some Turtles ones coming up. We've got some Mask ones coming up. Probably a couple more Transformers, some Power Rangers maybe.
Yeah, absolutely.
Some Zord bits.
And Visionaries, and basically anything from our personal collection that we love, and bits and pieces that we've got in our Bugsy's Toy Box collection.
Yeah.
We're going to be going through. So if there's anything specific that you guys want to see, drop us a comment, let us know, and if we've got it, we'll show you.
Yeah.
And if we don't have it, we'll try and find it, and then we'll show you.
Yeah. So guys, until next time.
Keep it unpunched.